So here we're going to solve these by getting rid of the square root symbol, and you can do that by doing the opposite of square root, which is to square. You just want to make sure that that square root symbol is isolated on one side of the equal sign, so it's all by itself over there before you square it. So here, I'm going to go through some examples where the square root symbol is already isolated. So I have the square root of x. So to undo the square root, I'm just going to square it. And if I square this side, I also need to square the right side as well. So all this does is take away that square root symbol. So I get 9 squared is 81. X equals 81. Now you have to check these because solving it in this way sometimes comes up with extraneous solutions, which when you check it and substitute it in, you'll see that it doesn't actually work. So it's not actually a solution. So you want to check all of these. So to check it, you're just taking that original equation, but instead of x, I'm going to put 81. And then look at it, square root of 81, does that equal 9? Yes, so this checks out. Let's do the one here on the right. The square root is already by itself on the left side, so all I need to do is square it to get rid of the square root. And then I need to square the one on the right as well. So all that does is get rid of the square root. The m plus 5 stays exactly the same. And then 2 squared is 4. Now I can solve it, and I see that m equals -1. So let's double check and make sure m does equal -1. So I'm going to take that original equation, but instead of m, I'm going to write -1 plus 5 equals 2. So -1 plus 5 is 4. So this is the square root of 4 equals 2. And the square root of 4 does equal 2. So that is a solution. Let's do one more. The one here on the right. Again, the square root is all by itself. So all I have to do is square it to get rid of that. So I get 9 equals 35 minus 2w. All that does again is get rid of the square root symbol. Whatever's under the square root symbol stays the same. So I'm going to move the 35 by subtracting 35 because that makes that 0. Make sure you don't lose that negative in front of the 2. And this is -26. And then when I divide by -2 to undo multiplying, I see that w equals 13. So let's double check and make sure w does equal 13. So I'm going to just rewrite it, but instead of w, I'm going to put 13. And so when I multiply that out, 2 times 13 is 26. And so 35 minus 26 is 9. And the square root of 9 does equal 3. So 13 must be the answer.